In management operation, there is this aspect of weaning which is important, especially in rabbit farming. As a rabbit farmer, you need to understand how you wean your rabbit and what happened in the process of weaning your rabbit. So it's a very important aspect, so that for you to avoid many deaths in your rabbit production. So it's important for you as a farmer to understand this topic very well. So in this video, I'll be doing a video on how to wean your rabbits and the importance of you weaning your rabbit. So my name is Emmanuel and welcome to my channel. Feel free to subscribe to it if you haven't subscribed, and also feel free to like our videos if you feel that these videos are being helpful to you. Welcome back to the channel. This general farm where we do things related to farming, and as always, if you are new here, please subscribe to our channel, and also feel free to interact in our channel by commenting to it and also liking our videos. So as I told you in the introductory, I'll be doing a video on how to wean your rabbit. So weaning your rabbit is a very important component in rabbit production. It's one of the components in as far as management operation is concerned. So basically weaning your rabbit basically is taking the young ones from the mother, or is trying to separate young ones from the mother. You remember that when rabbits are born, they are usually dependent of the mother, so it usually reaches a time where you need to separate the young ones from the mother so that they can start to be independent. There are two forms of weaning, or there are two categories in as far as weaning is concerned. The first form of weaning is what we call physiological weaning, and the other one is what we call physical weaning. Physiological weaning here is where you it's the first stage in a weaning of your rabbits. Here is where the young ones are, especially they start eating. Remember, when rabbits are born, they don't have any senses. They can't hear, they can't smell, they can't see. So they are totally dependent on the mother for them to feed on. So the mother rabbits usually give the young ones milk each and every time they need that very important components to them. So when they are born, they totally depend on the mother. So at a physiological weaning is where rabbits start to be some kind of independent to itself. Remember, here it happens between 3 and 4 weeks. From 21 days to around 30 days is where physiological weaning happens. And here you find that young rabbits, instead of depending totally on the mother for milk, you will find that they'll start eating. They'll start to move out of the nesting box for them to look for a new environment. So they'll have developed a sense of hearing, they have developed a sense of seeing, they have developed a sense of feeling where they are going to. So here is a very critical stage in that remember, they have been depending on milk, so they need to start depending on maybe concentrates, or depending on the hay, the kind of feeds that you give your rabbit. So at this stage, it's so critical in that in the transition, the kind of feed that you give these young rabbits will determine if these young rabbits will be able to survive. So it's important for you as a farmer to understand this aspect very well. So in physiological weaning, as I told you in one of the introductory of how to prevent deaths in young rabbits, you can start giving your rabbits some antibiotics or some multivitamin to help the young ones, especially to go through this process. So you can be adding the antibiotics and some vitamins in the water. Remember, they have also started drinking, and at the same time the kind of milk that they drink from the mother, they'll be getting those nutrients from it. So it's important for you to give your rabbit such kind of vitamins and antibiotic for them to boost their growth or to prevent the death in them. So it's a very important stage for you to understand as a farmer, and this is where the core is, because the moment you take care of these young ones during at this stage of weaning is what will determine how these young ones will be able to survive. The other type of weaning that usually happens is physical. Physical weaning here is where you separate your young rabbits or bunnies from the mother physically. So remember, physiological weaning, they have started moving from the mother, but remember they live with the mother in the same cage. But here is where you separate the young ones. Physiological weaning happens, most of the people do it at 1.5 months or at 6 weeks. So from 6 weeks to around 2 months, depending on the type of system of farming that you are doing. So at around 1.5 months, you can be able to start separating the young ones. So in this process, also two things happens. Some people take all the young ones from the mother, and also some people do take gradually. They take maybe the stronger young ones from the mother and they leave the weaker young ones. So depending on which method that you have decided, you can do that physiological weaning. And in the physiological weaning, remember you separated totally the young ones from the mother. So it's important for you to understand how you will take these how you will take care of these young ones. The first thing that you need to do, immediately you separate them from the young ones, from the mother, what you do is you also give them some antibiotics, and also you give them some multivitamin. Apart from giving them the normal food that you give. And here you limit the amount of greens that you give the young ones to avoid these conditions or diseases like coccidiosis or bloating, which is a condition. So you limit the amount of greens that you give the young ones, and also you give them as much hay as they can. And also you give them limited amount of pellets, where you can measure this amount of pellets. Remember, don't give them a lot of pellets, you'll end up experiencing bloating in them. So it's a process that you need to take care of these young ones. So make sure that first there is antibiotic, when there is multivitamin that you are giving them. Make sure that the kind of food that you give it's clean, and make sure that the kind of water that you are giving this kind of animal is clean. Make sure that you are cleaning vessels, and make sure that your feeding vessels are clean, so that you avoid these kind of diseases in them. Remember, prevention, as I told you, prevention is better than cure. The moment you prevent most of these diseases, you'll end up avoiding deaths, and also you end up not using too much medication on them. So these are the process that you need to follow as a farmer for you to understand. So from weaning, you just take care of these young ones, then you have a constant look on them, so that you avoid in case there is anything, anything that you feel that these young ones are not doing well, you can always consult. That's why I told you mentorship is important. Have a mentor which you can always consult in case you see anything that is going out of you that is not normal in your weaning or in your rabbit production. So thank you for your time, thank you for listening to me, and more videos will be coming along the way.